Now let's get into talking more Star Trek Voyager, because I know you love this show.
Episode 23, season 2?
Episode 23 is called The Thaw, and this features a big guest star. Okay? It is Michael McKean.
Oh.
It is the big guest star in this.
Oh, and is he funny in it?
No. He's actually really annoying.
Oh.
I guess he had a fun time playing in this role, but whew.
He was so funny in Good Omens. Or Bad Omens. It's called Bad Omens or Good Omens.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Here he is in this episode.
Oh, yes, I do recall.
Dressed
that.
up as this weird alien clown.
Yes, I do. I don't like clowns.
So this episode, it's I'm not going to tell you whether it's good or not. I'll tell you at the end. You decide.
I do recall that image and it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be, I guess, mostly a Harry Kim episode, but not really. It starts off Harry Kim's playing his clarinet. He's serenading someone with his clarinet. Who would he be serenading?
I don't know.
His good buddy Tom Paris.
Not a girl.
I guess he couldn't get one of the women on the ship to listen to him play his clarinet.
The sisters have given up on him.
So he's playing it for Paris. Meanwhile, the neighbor's banging on the wall.
I really don't like clarinets that much.
Who does?
I don't.
Who does? It's part of an orchestra.
Any other instrument I kind of enjoy, like a flute or a saxophone.
Or a violin,
or
a trumpet.
Alto sax, maybe.
Trumpet. Trombone.
Yeah, I'm not much a fan. I like them better than clarinet, though.
Tuba is pretty annoying to listen to. Or an oboe.
Dude, oboes are nicer. I like oboes.
Anyway, this is not what the episode's about, okay? It just goes to show he's playing this clarinet. Why Paris is there listening to it, who knows? Meanwhile, his neighbor's banging on the wall saying, knock off that racket.
Right.
But he has to practice because his mother wants him to practice while he's away. Even though they've been away.
He didn't even bring it with him when he left. Isn't that the whole thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember that. So this happens. Then they get called to the bridge. So stuff's happening, right?
Right.
So Voyager, Janeway is going along. And she gets called to the bridge. And for some reason, Neelix is sitting in her chair on the bridge at this time. I'm like, what the hell's he doing there? Shouldn't he be cooking in the mess hall?
To be every officer on this
But
ship.
He's supposed to be feeding the crew. He should be busy.
Not. He's got they use him for everything.
Okay, so they go to this planet. Planet's dead. Okay?
Okay, like so many are, according to the astronomers.
So apparently a solar flare hit it 20 years ago.
Like Mercury.
Oh, sorry, 19 years ago.
Right.
So solar flare hit it, wiped out everything. They do a scan. There's no one on the planet. Okay? Who does the scan? It's got to be Harry Kim, right? You know, the most interesting character. But then suddenly they get hailed from the planet. Okay? But the signal is coming from 3 kilometers deep into the planet. So he has to do another scan. Okay? Oh, yep, there's something 2.5 or 3 kilometers under the surface, right? There's these cryogenic chambers.
Oh, yeah.
So the message comes up and it's this alien saying, hey, if you're seeing this, we've probably been wiped out because a solar flare is coming to hit us. So this message is from 19 years ago.
Distress signal type thing.
Yeah, and saying they've put them into cryogenic hibernation and they're going to wake up in 15 years. So please just don't bother us, okay? We're cool, okay? We got this covered, right? I don't know why anyone would listen to this, right? So they do a scan and they found that there's 6 of these cryogenic chambers.
6 only?
5 or 6.
Wow.
Okay? The rest of the planet was wiped out, okay?
Okay.
And they're supposed to reawaken in 15 years. But it's been 19 years.
Right.
So why didn't they wake up?
Well, they're years.
So what does Janeway do?
I don't know.
Okay, what would I do in this situation? Whatever. Is there anything on the planet we can use? No, plot a course. Let's go. Okay, let's leave. No. Should we go down there? Into this? Should we beam down to this cave? Nah, we can't do that. We shouldn't do that. I don't know why they don't do that. Okay, well, what about this equipment down there? Should we shuttle down or something? No. Can we beam it aboard? Yeah, let's beam it aboard.
Of course, they like to beam aboard things.
Why
At
would
least
they
it
be-
wasn't in a nebula this time.
So they beam aboard like there's like 5 or 6 of these units, and they're hooked up to this machine. They just beam it into a cargo bay. Okay.
Instead of going there and checking it out and releasing the people and asking them what they wanted. Okay.
I didn't write this.
Crime directive business.
So they beam it on board. Isn't this an episode great already?
Yeah.
They beam it on board, and then they're hooked up to this machine. So they're in this virtual reality. They're in their own version of the Matrix, essentially. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
this is 3 years before that movie came out.
Right.
Okay, so they beam it on board. They check out the equipment. Okay, so they're inside this Matrix reality, but they haven't woken up. They were supposed to wake up 4 years prior,
Yeah.
and there's 3 of them there, and then there's like a couple empty chambers. Oh no! The other 2, the people are dead.
Oh, they're
Yeah?
smashed or something.
No. They're dead. They have to figure out why. Okay.
Oh.
So what are we gonna do? So they have this big meeting on the, in their officers' meeting room, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's there.
Neelix is there.
Neelix is there.
Kes
is there.
again.
Even the doctor is there on screen.
They need more characters in this show.
They need interesting characters. So, and they're having this big debate, and Harry's leading it. Okay, so what should we do? Should we wake them up? Yeah, let's wake them up. No, we can't do that. Okay, well, what if we go into it? So they decide that they're going to go into this Matrix thing. They're going to go into the 2 empty tubes
They
there.
don't just send the doctor in.
That's what I thought. If it's a virtual rally,
Yeah.
just send in the holographic character.
Right.
Nope. We're sending in Harry Kim because it's his idea. And we're going to send someone else with him. Who are they going to send with them?
I don't know.
Balana.
Okay.
Send the other
The
science
only
person.
Science person they got.
The only sort of science people they got is Harry Kim and Balana. Let's send them in, okay?
Is Harry Kim a space person? I don't think he has many talents other than clarinet.
Well, he's always trying to science it up and doing scans and everything.
I suppose.
What other use does the guy have?
I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to go into this thing. Okay, so the 2 of them go in just for a test, right? After they checked out this, they're going to go in just for a test and then come right back out. Oh boy. So they go in, and what do they find? There's like this weird carnival music playing.
Oh yes.
And there's all these people in their unitards. They go into a Cirque du Soleil production.
Great.
Oh my goodness.
That would be hell.
Yeah.
Worse than hell.
Yeah, it is hell. And they're just dancing around and everything. Oh my goodness. It doesn't
Still
look
dancing like 20 years later.
They're dancing, and then they see this weird clown. He's all in gray, and that's Michael McKean, right?
Right.
So he's supposed to be this alien clown, and he says something to them. It's like, oh, it's been a while since we've had new people here. Anyway, they're walking around just looking for the people that are in cryogenic sleep, because they're not
They
any
know
of
what
these
they
weird
look like.
Cirque du Soleil dancers.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they find that this Michael McKean, he can read their thoughts.
Yeah, he's got control over the whole situation.
Because
right?
he's in the machine, right?
Yeah.
And they're hooked up to the machine
He
with
didn't
their brains hooked up.
He didn't let them out. Isn't that the story? He's like
Anyway,
in control of the whole thing or
So
something?
these evil clowns
Yeah.
decide that they're going to guillotine them.
Oh.
Like in less than 5 minutes. They're
Oh,
going to kill
okay.
them.
They got a lot of
Okay.
time on their hands.
But before they can kill them, the 3 alien people that are hooked up come out and be like, no, you can't do that. Because if you kill them, they're gonna shut down the whole system.
Right, that's it.
And then all of this is gone. Okay?
And they're trapped there? They can't...
So that it becomes a stalemate. This
Okay.
clown, who is a projection of, it's a system that's designed to adapt. So he's like Agent Smith, okay?
Mhm.
He's Agent Smith. He's not a real person. He's part of the system.
But he's sinister, right?
Yeah. He's sinister. Does he have sentient life? It's kind of vague on that.
He's an AI.
So they decide that, okay, we're not going to kill them because they'll shut down the system, but now they're prisoners here forever. Right? Because they decide to get into these cryo tubes. Genius on their part. Anyway, so they decide that what's going to happen is if they don't get them let out, the captain is going to do something,
Yeah.
and she could shut it all down.
Right.
So they said, okay, we'll kick B'Elanna out, and, so they can start talking, right? So the crew meet again, they all talk about it. Okay, so what are they going to do now? Now they decide, now they have some inspiration. They send the doctor in to talk to this guy.
Finally.
Because he's a program, right?
I know.
So they send the doctor in, and Michael McKean's all pissed off because he can't read his thoughts.
Yeah. I think
Huh?
I do remember this. I think.
Yeah. Great episode, right?
Well, hell episode.
So Harry's stuck in there, and Michael McKean is like, no, I'm in control here.
Right.
And these three people, they're just like depressed because they've been there for years under this crap, right? Dealing with this. And this Cirque du Soleil with people dancing around. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh, it'd be so...
Surprised they haven't killed themselves.
Could never rest.
Yeah. What happens is they come up with a plan, and they're going to distract him. They're going to distract Michael McKean while they sabotage the system and get him out. Right?
Right.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay? They go through this whole thing, and in the end, it doesn't work, so the clown wins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then they decide... So he wins, and he's celebrating, and they're just dancing around, because they were deleting, like, the characters and parts of the simulation, like, one at a time.
Yeah, but he has a lot of control in that.
Yeah. But he catches on and then stops them. Mm-hmm. So what they do then is they send the doctor back in while he interrupts his celebrating, right? And they say, okay, you release all three aliens plus Harry Kim. I would be like, just keep them.
Again,
I don't care.
Another opportunity to get rid of Harry Kim.
Yep. Could have gotten rid of Harry Kim again. But they said, okay, you release all four of them. Okay, because first they offer to say, we'll just set it up with an artificial mind, so you can just exist here in this thing forever, right? He's like, no, that doesn't work. That's not going to work. Okay, sure. So instead, they send in the doctor, and they're going to, in order to release everyone, they're going to trade Janeway. She's going to hook herself up to this, right?
Okay.
Because this clown is essentially, they realize this clown is created from their fear. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? So this is fear. And she's
horribly
like,
wrong.
what does fear want?
Yeah.
Okay? So she hooks herself up to the thing, scans her mind, okay? And then once that goes ahead, and then she appears in the system, they're like, okay, you guys can leave, right? Because he's happy he's got this captain that he's been fighting with now for this episode. And in the end, what they realize is that she didn't actually go into it, okay? She just scanned her brain and put a holographic representation of her in her mind. She didn't actually go in there. She's not in stasis.
No.
Okay? She apparently, okay, so she's not that dumb, right? And so she beats fear, and then they shut it down. Yay! What do they do with these three people?
Yeah.
We don't know. It just goes to credits. I don't know. They just send them back on this planet, or they just get rid of them later on. Who knows? And did you think that was a good episode?
I do remember it, and I remember hating the clown.
It's called The Thaw. This is a bad episode.
Well, it's bad. It could have been so much better.
And they got Michael McKean in it?
Yeah, I do remember him as a clown.
I mean,
he's very
he's
irritating.
doing what he can. Yeah, he's really annoying.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay? I mean, it just... I'll put up some pictures on the screen, but man.
Those people and make them like executive officers on the ship.
Like, look at this.
I do remember. Yeah.
Okay.
That.
This was a bad episode, and I don't recommend checking out Season 2, Episode 23, The Thaw. Well, that was another exciting episode of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.